A single finalist has been selected in the search for San Antonio's next city manager. The battle rages on over the removal of a Confederate monument and time capsule. And Uber rolls out electric scooters and bikes on the streets of San Antonio. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Thursday, January 17th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. 49-year-old Deputy City Manager Eric Walsh is the lone finalist of a hiring search for San Antonio's most important appointed job. Mayor Ron Nierberg announced the City Council's selection Wednesday evening, capping 3 long days of interviews for the high-profile city manager position. Before the council votes to approve Walsh on January 31st, he will meet with city stakeholders and also appear at a public symposium next Wednesday at the University of Texas at San Antonio's downtown campus. If the council approves him as planned at the end of the month, Walsh would then assume the role February 1st, with current city manager Cheryl Scully staying on during the transition. The 24-year veteran of San Antonio's municipal government is currently one of Scully's top 2 deputies. San Antonio's city manager runs the day-to-day operations of the nation's 7th largest city. Walsh has been seen as the favorite for the job since shortly after Scully announced she would retire. Assistant City Manager Maria Villagomez, who oversees the city's Office of Management and Budget, was the other finalist for the position. Neither candidate spoke to news reporters after the decision, but Mayor Ron Nierberg noted Villagomez told him she's as excited as ever to serve the city. Eric Walsh is a San Antonio native, went to Central Catholic High School, and has 2 degrees from Trinity University. He's been a deputy or assistant city manager for most of Scully's tenure and currently oversees many of the city's most important departments, including police and fire. Walsh is the top earner among Scully's highest-ranking subordinates, with a base salary of nearly $257,000. Newly passed charter amendments will cap his salary at no more than $312,000 a year for the city manager position, and Walsh won't be able to stay in the role for more than 8 years. A federal judge has declared a stalemate over the removal of a Confederate monument and related time capsule from Travis Park, ordering the local chapter of the United Daughters of the Confederacy and the city to attempt a settlement. The Confederacy group sued over the removal and claims ownership of the statue and time capsule, as well as the right to use the center of the city park, where it placed both 120 years ago. Over time, the statue depicting an unnamed Confederate soldier came to be viewed as a symbol of racism and oppression, and after a 10-1 city council vote in 2017, crews worked in the middle of the night to dislodge the statue with its time capsule and 2 Civil War cannons. The items were then put in storage and have remained in separate, undisclosed locations for the past 17 months. Wednesday, their fate had senior U.S. District Judge David Ezra trying to steer the parties away from a full-blown trial that he says would be long, costly, and not worthwhile. United Daughters of the Confederacy chapter's lawsuit claims the city violated the First, Fifth, and 14th Amendments by removing the monument and seeks unspecified monetary damages and attorney fees. Sean Fitzpatrick is a lawyer for San Antonio and says the city is willing to participate in a mediation, but any discussion of returning the statue or any other Confederate icon to Travis Park is a, in his words, non-starter. And more dockless electric scooters and bikes are rolling along the streets and sidewalks of San Antonio. Tuesday, Jump rolled out its e-bikes and scooters under a permit for up to 2,000 of each, but for now is launching with a fleet that is less than their legally allowed amounts. Ride-hailing giant Uber owns Jump after acquiring it last year, And the company says people can ride for free for up to 15 minutes per ride and up to 5 rides per day through February 4th. Jump is the 5th e-scooter company to launch in San Antonio after Bird first rolled into the city in June, followed by Lime, Razor, and Blue Duck scooters. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Thursday, January 17th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.